Hey, it's me. So today my objective with this video is to teach you how to sell absolutely anything, any item, any service, how to sell anything in the simplest way possible. So I'm not going to give you one of these like 7-step framework, step number 4, explore desires, step number 6, exhaust solutions. No. None of that. Where I start yapping for 20 minutes about absolutely nothing and try and just like turn everything into a 7-step framework, system, formula. No. This is going to be so simple. In fact, you are going to be absolutely blown away by how simple what I'm about to share with you really is. So I'm gonna just get started. I'm not going to waste any of your time. So the first thing I'll say is a lot of what I'm about to share with you, the way in which it's formed, I actually learned from a very old advertising course that I bought. I think it's from 1964. Now, it used to sell for thousands and thousands of dollars back then, so I don't know what kind of money that would be today, like with inflation and whatever. That'd probably be insane amounts. But I got it pretty cheap. It's quite hard to find, but it was written by a very influential, very successful, but relatively unknown retail advertising man called Clyde Bedell. Now, if you're really into this job, you might know that he actually wrote a book in the 1940s called How to Write Advertising That Sells. I believe Gary Halbert actually said that was one of the books he read that helped him get started. So it goes to show like how old that is and how long ago this is all from. But it was a very, very good course, just taking you through just how the job works, how to go from nothing, like just white space on a page, to really good ads. A fantastic course. Would definitely recommend it if you can ever find it, but it seems pretty difficult to these days. But towards the beginning of this course, he basically talks about this. He talks about this concept called the raw materials of all good selling, and there are two of these raw materials. And what he does with these raw materials is basically fleshes them out using this really, really good technique that's massively helped me whenever I've been sat there with a campaign to write or like a project to do, and I'm just like, I don't even know where to start. It's fantastic for really helping you get things together and know where to start going with actually writing your copy and actually fleshing out your sales pitch. It's a really, really good method. It doesn't really have a name, and I've not really heard about this talked about like or shared elsewhere. So for ease of reference, I'm just going to call it the Bedell method. Okay, I'm going to show you how this all works through the Bedell method. So first of all, you have to understand these two raw ingredients of all good selling. The first one is benefits. Okay, what you must realize, this foundational truth, is that nobody buys anything except to get benefits. If you think about it, the only time you've ever spent your hard-earned money on a consumer good or service is to get a benefit of some sort. So a really, really simple description of what a benefit is simply an advantage gained or a disadvantage that is avoided. So I've given you some examples here I've just written on this whiteboard. So examples like comfort, pride of possession, time or money saved, improved education, so you're more well-read, cultured, improved skill set, maybe something that you can apply to your daily life or just show off, better sleep, health, skin. Benefits are absolutely endless. There is an infinite number of benefits. Okay, benefits are absolutely infinite. They can be anything, any kind of advantage gained or disadvantage avoided by investing in your solution. Infinite amount of benefits. Now, the importance of benefits and the fact that people only buy to get benefits actually is one of the reasons why communists, Marxists, socialists, all those kind of morons are actually pretty stupid. Because benefits, okay, in a society where they don't like advertising, they don't really have much in the world of consumer sovereignty as the capitalist system has, is that nobody really knows benefits. Okay, so if you can buy stuff at all, if there's any degree of consumer choice for buying stuff in the first place, there's not going to be any sort of advertisement where they show benefits. It's just going to be the title of the thing, and that's it, pretty much. And if it's a really strict communist society where it's just the state just gives you stuff and tells you what the thing is called, even if they do that, you're not going to know how to use this thing, and you're not going to know if there's going to be a point in you using this thing, because you don't know what kind of advantage you can gain or disadvantage you can alleviate by consuming this good. You just don't know. And that's exactly why the benefits are so important. You must always remember, people only buy to get benefits. If there are no benefits, nobody's going to buy. And that's exactly why, if you look at some of these societies where they don't like advertising at all, you have a serious problem. Nobody knows how anything works. Nobody knows if they should use something or if they should just leave it there to gather dust. Serious problem. But, okay, and there's a big caveat to this importance of benefits. I'm going to actually get my bold pen out right here, this big red one, to make this very, very clear to you. Because you absolutely have to understand this. Because benefits are absolutely nothing, right? They are nothing without this other thing, this other raw material of good selling. Benefits are absolutely nothing without product points. That is the second raw material, raw ingredient of all good selling. Product points. Now, the product point is quite simple. It is just a characteristic of the item that you're trying to sell. So I could say, if I'm trying to sell a perfume bottle, it's got an atomizer, so you can apply the perfume instead of it being one of those things where you have to tip it and splash and stuff. So, it's helpful in that regard. It's easy to apply. I could say my coat, for instance, that I have right here, it has actually functioning pockets. A lot of coats and jackets these days don't have functioning pockets. So I can talk about that as a product point. This random-ass whiteboard pen that came with my whiteboard that I bought, if you are in the UK, if you're in the UK, and you're looking for a whiteboard that you can carry around with you, Tesco Home Office, £6 for this and the whiteboard, absolute freaking bargain. On this pen, this whiteboard pen, I can say it comes with a rubber on the top of the lid, which is pretty cool, I guess. But it does take too long, that's why I got my big rubber to rub stuff out with me in case. But again, that's another product point. Now, what you're going to understand here is that the benefits have to basically be supported by the product points. The benefits are nothing without the product points. They are absolutely nothing without the product points. Because if you start stating benefits and you have no product points to support them, they're going to sound like empty claims. And people are not going to want to invest in your solution. They're going to be like, well, all I have to go off of here is just like a dude, trust me, okay? Nobody is going to want to buy in your solution if all they can go off, the consumer, is dude, trust me, okay? Because the benefits that you're promising are not backed up by product points. You absolutely need this if you want to actually, sell with any sort of conviction at all. So you must understand the connectedness of these two raw materials of all good selling. Now, what you can do with this Bedell method, the way it is all fleshed out, is it's so easy. Seriously, this is just so it's so easy how this works. And this has helped me so much where I've just not known where to even go, where to start with selling absolutely, anything at all. It is this simple. What you're going to do is make a table, a 2-column table that looks like this. Benefits, product points. That's it. That is how you start. If you don't know what to say in a sales pitch, this is how you start. It's that simple. Nothing complicated. No sort of elaborate Excel spreadsheet with all of these different boxes. No. Benefits, product points. Because without these things, you have nothing. You can't sell anything without the promise of benefits, because people only buy to get benefits, and you can't sell benefits without having product points to support the benefits, because otherwise they sound like empty claims. So, I'll literally walk you through an example of this right now. If I think about what are we going to sell? What are we going to sell? What have I been doing recently? Skincare. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to sell a moisturizing cream called the Bingusberry Moisturizing Cream. Now, this cream is created from this mystical ingredient harvested from a far-out random island no one's ever heard of called Bingusberry. And this island, which is called, what the hell is it going to be called? Frogosia. Okay? The Bingusberry Moisturizing Cream. So, what kind of benefits would you get from having this product? So we're going to always start with the benefits. You are going to have, it's going to help soothe your skin. Of course it is. And by the way, you can start with product points or benefits. Like, you can do whatever order you want. I'm just going to start with benefits because it helps me illustrate how the benefits need to be supported by the product points quite well. So it soothes the skin. It gets rid of dryness, redness, that kind of thing. What else is it going to do? It's good for sensitive skin. So if you've got eczema or something, it's really good on sensitive skin. It's easy on that. It's also, what else? What else does this magical moisturizing cream do? Reduces wrinkles. Okay. There we go. It reduces wrinkles. What else? I don't know. I think that should probably do. No, it's going to be hydrating and naturally plumping as well. Hydrating and plumping. People love that in their skincare these days. Okay, so these are the benefits of the Bingusberry Moisturizing Cream. Now, if I say this cream soothes your skin, it's good especially if you've got sensitive skin, it reduces your wrinkles, and it's also naturally hydrating and plumping as well for your skin. If I say these things, who's going to believe me? What evidence do they have to go off of? You have to understand that most sales pitches are just arguments, basically. If you're an advertiser, it's a one-sided conversation. It's an argument, pretty much. You are at war with the customer's predispositions, concerns, objections, all these things. Any sort of emotional baggage they are bringing to reading your pitch or listening to your pitch. So, now we need some product points to back up these benefits. So, we're going to say that it soothes the skin because it's got the Bingusberry in it, which is this magical, naturally sourced ingredient. What else? It's good for sensitive skin because it's got... because it's free from irritants, okay? It's irritant-free. It's not got any sort of things like phthalates, parabens, silicones, whatever the hell else. All those kinds of things. All those nasty irritants. It's irritant-free, so it's good if you've got sensitive skin. It's not going to cause things like eczema flare-ups, rosacea flare-ups, those kinds of things. Acne, if you're very vulnerable to that. It reduces wrinkles. What reduces wrinkles? Because it's got peptides in it. It's got loads of peptides. Bunch of beneficial peptides. And it's hydrating and plumping because... What was it that hydrates and plumps? Hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid. There we go. Now, you can see that this moisturizing cream, all of a sudden it is easier to sell this with conviction and to actually make a case for it. Because it soothes the skin, okay? I can say the Bingusberry Moisturizing Cream soothes the skin thanks to the Bingusberry that's in it, okay? Or, it's especially good for sensitive skin because it's free from irritants. There we go. I also said the Bingusberry is naturally sourced. So I can also say that it's like eco-friendly or whatever, or it's vegan, cruelty-free. Again, another benefit. The benefits are infinite. And you can see this kind of correlation now between the benefits and the product points. So, as well, if you're just kind of like mind-dumping these things onto your page, a really easy thing that you can do is just make a random big old list. And you can do this with your client as well. And you can literally just draw a line between the benefit and the product point. So, bam, bam. If, I don't know, the Bingusberry also reduced wrinkles, I could draw a line to the Bingusberry there as well. And also because of the peptides. And you basically can just link all of the things together like that. It's really that straightforward. Another thing that you can do if you want to do it, for the Bedell method of coming up with ways to sell your stuff, is you can do another column, which is the benefits of benefits, where you start getting really deep. Now, to be honest, I don't think you necessarily need to do this. I think it's just overcomplicating it, and it can kind of force you to just come up with really random, stupid, out there ideas as you're trying to force more benefits into the table that don't really fit. But you can do it. Me and a friend of mine did this recently, where we had the product points and then the benefits and then the benefits of the benefits. And to be fair, it was quite helpful in that context specifically. But you don't necessarily need to do that. If you want to add that extra column onto it, then by all means you can. But it's really that simple. That is literally how you start with selling absolutely anything in the world. You showcase benefits and you support the benefits using the product points. And what better way to demonstrate this to yourself and to your client when you're trying to think of coming up with a pitch and a campaign than this amazing table. It's so simple. You can draw this anywhere. It's 2 columns. Benefits, product points. Jot them down, link them together. It's that straightforward. Really, it's so easy. It's so easy. And honestly, if you are ever lost trying to sell something ever again, that is your answer, okay? So, yeah, it's really that straightforward. Amazing little exercise that I learned from a very, very old course. So I hope this actually really helped you, because it's really helped me. It's been so helpful for whenever I start on a new project. I'm just like, I don't even know where to begin. It's been so helpful. So thank you very much for listening to this, and I really appreciate being here. I hope you got something out of it. If you want to hear more from me, then you can sign up to my email list, which is the first link down below. I send emails all the time, never send the same email twice, and it's all about direct response marketing, business, life in general as well. Just random like philosophical insights that I have. I have quite a few of my readers that just like say, I want more of the philosophy, so there you go. all kinds of stuff are there. It's an amazing list. Everybody's loving it, so be sure to go ahead and sign up to that. First link in the description.